La, la, la. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I'm Joe.
I'm One Jin.
Today we're going to talk about
Marvel's Echo.
Yep, it's a limited series.
It's like a mini series. It only has 5 episodes.
Episodes.
It's very brief.
Full spoilers ahead. And we already did a shout out on our previous video, so please check that out as well. Thank you for your replies and your post. Here we go.
I think you also need. We also have to have a mention of spoiler alert for people who haven't seen Hawkeye, because I think that's when Maya is first introduced. The lead character of this show, Echo, her name is Maya, and she was first introduced in Hawkeye.
No, but you don't need to watch that show to enjoy the show. I think
because this show already gives us flashbacks, basically, of what happened in that series.
Yeah, we're gonna do a full season spoiler, and so here we go.
All right.
You want to go first, Jin?
Yeah,
or?
I'll go first. You know what this felt like? You know, I wasn't. These days, I'm not really expecting anything much.
Shout out to Zedzi. Hey, it was so good.
What's up?
Hey, thank you, man.
You know, every time I hear there's a new Marvel series, I'm really no longer excited.
Yeah, that's
true.
I
mean, Loki's done, and yeah, I mean, they've repeatedly kind of disappointed me with a few of their shows. But this one, maybe it's because I had such low expectation. I was actually pleasantly surprised, and I was very entertained by this show. I also like the fact that this the Maya character is very gray. So basically, she's not one of the heroes. She's basically like one of the henchmen or henchwomen, one of the henchmen of Kingpin. And she gives me a lot of vibe. I mean, we mentioned John Wick on
Nikita,
our title,
right.
But she also reminds me a lot of, what's his name? Punisher, Frank Castle. It reminds me a lot of Frank Castle. And what I really liked about this show,
Raised to Kill.
Yeah, what I liked most about this show was the Native American vibe. I loved it.
No, but before you go into that, let me introduce. There was this Thanos and Gamora vibe there too. You know, because between Kingpin and
father and daughter relationship kind of thing.
But go ahead,
But anyways, so I really liked the pacing because there were only 5 episodes, so it was really, really quick. It didn't really waste any time on things that really wouldn't give us any results in the end. So I like the fact that it didn't really waste time on anything. It was just like boom, 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 boom. But we mentioned this in private. There was a bit of a rushing issue towards the end, but overall, I still really, really like the show.
Yeah, I want to break that down, One Jin.
Yeah.
This one I'm going to be a little serious because, like ZZ and One Jin, I really like this show, except it could have been so much more. That's how I feel, because I feel like it's 5 episodes, right? But there's this huge tonal shift after the 3rd episode. I feel like episode 3, the first 3, and the 2, it's a little odd for me. Like, I mean, I know they were setting up like how like she's gonna bring up the power of the ancestors, and they did a fantastic job on dropping hints on that.
Yeah.
But for me, like, as much as I credit the writers for trying to make the show not really about the Marvel universe but about Echo, it was still bogged down by that, I felt. And you know, I wish it was either fully John Wick or fully Last Mohican, you know what I mean? Or like, since the last 2 episodes was short, I thought I wish they would have maybe gone into the more Mohican part, where, because I felt like Echo was not a really redeemable character one day. Like, because you and I, we watched Hawkeye, right?
Yeah.
Like, so you're...
And we also see from this show of like we see a flashback of Kingpin and Maya when she was young. And remember that ice cream guy scene?
Yeah.
And Kingpin beats the shit out of him because he feels that Maya was disrespected by that guy. And I love that they put in there Maya's reaction after she discovers that Kingpin beat the crap out of him. She kicks him. And it kind of shows that they are 2 people of same color. So, like you said, I'm not sure if she deserves like a redemption in a way. But that's what I like about the show, because I know that it's not completely like black and white, and I also like the fact that the show tried not to make Maya like regret her past and become like a hero, like one of those conventional hero arcs, just like Iron Man.
Yeah, like I agree.
Like
with
suddenly becomes like a force for good or something. Because even when she fights Kingpin, it was to protect her family.
Yeah,
it was not for the greater good.
I mean, listen, I had a great time in this show, but I still felt like what you said didn't really work fully on the screen, though. Like I felt there were like tonal inconsistencies where we have this very ruthless killer suddenly find healing powers, because like none of her ancestors seems to convey this kind of violent tendency, so to speak. Because so like it's not like I did like what the show creator was trying to bring, between and Kingpin. Well, hey, before we talk about that, what did you think about Kingpin coming in here? Like, because I felt like our love for the Kingpin character kind of maybe blinded us to like some of his flaws too. Because remember when after I watched it, I said I loved it, but I thought it over a lot. But I do feel like maybe they rushed it a little.
I think the fact that they brought Kingpin in here it gave the show more weight, because if it was just about Maya and her family, it wouldn't have been as intriguing. It's the fact that Kingpin is in the show that makes the show so much more interesting. What I do feel, what I wish the show creators had done was actually give more of Kingpin's flashback of his childhood, because I thought that was done very briefly. Because now, after seeing Kingpin's flashback, I now realize why Kingpin was so smitten by that painting. Remember from Daredevil when he buys that painting?
No, but like, didn't he explain all that in like Daredevil already?
Did he?
Yeah,
maybe
he did.
I forgot.
Yeah,
but
you forgot, man.
I like that flashback of Kingpin.
No, but like for me, I have an opposite view. I felt like they kind of. I loved Kingpin's induction in this, first of all, because me and Wonja were a big fan of Daredevil series, so we really enjoyed his, like, Kingpin portrayed by what's his name, Vincent. Yeah, he's a great actor. There's this complexity, but I just felt like I was not satisfied at all. Like at the end of like Kingpin's arc, because this is what I'm talking about when. This show tried to be independent from the Marvel universe, but see, it requires our like pre-knowledge of Marvel already. So I felt like Kingpin, they try to put some depth in it, but like having watched Daredevil, you got to remember he had a love of his life there. Remember Vanessa?
Vanessa, that's right.
And then here, like you talk like this is everything. I'm like, who the fuck are you, man? Like I just felt like they were just. I think the show tried to not mention those things, but I couldn't help notice how like you're trying to be like an independent show maybe, but you're still part of the rest of the Marvel universe, and there were some inconsistencies I felt.
Yeah.
Hey, Zedzy, Native American culture.
What's up, Scott Walker?
What's up? Shout out to Scott Walker. Native American culture has a lot of legends, stories, and myths that they could have used to make it more pompous. Maybe they could have added another episode, I felt. And Scott, well, hey guys, sorry I'm late. I wish no worries, man.
Oh, and Daredevil and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I remember. And also, I love the fact that they brought in like the authentic Native American actors here again.
From the Killer of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, a lot of these actors are familiar to us through movies like the recent Killers of the Flower Moon and also Dances with Wolves.
Yeah, we've seen them.
Yeah, we've seen these actors, and we also see Hanzi.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw him from Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, like, listen, I give so much credit to this show for keeping the pacing going fast, very convincing, and simple too. I like that.
And although it could be I mean, the action sequences could be a lot more boring, but the fact that Maya Maya's hearing is impaired, and we have that moment of silence and only the beating of the heart.
Oh yeah,
every
those
time
moments
that
were
action
great.
sequences show up.
Yeah.
That was a great touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that made the action sequences a lot more interesting. And I love how Disney and Marvel, they keep trying to put the minorities world into the center of their shows. And it's like a different take on
I would say a different flavor, actually. This is a story we heard before.
and it kind of gave me an idea. What if they made like, oh, and we also have a surprise appearance by Daredevil himself in the show. But I also wondered what would happen if they make an action sequence of, I don't know, like Daredevil in a first-person point of view in certain scenes where we see like a complete pitch black moment, and we only have this like sense of hearing. And I think they also did it in the show, like how Daredevil uses his sonar to kind of like see what's what. Anyways, so I thought it was pretty creative what they did with the hearing.
So what you're trying to say is there were like creative moments in the show, and I agree with that. And I do love the lead, Echo, played by I saw her name, but I can't pronounce it.
Oh, and also the child actor of Maya. They too, I mean, it really felt like they brought the younger version of the lead actress. Because, I mean, the way they look and the facial expression, they're so identical.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of smart choices. And some of even the CGs I didn't mind at all.
Yeah.
Like,
and I also like the side characters. Maya's cousin, him borrowing grandma's truck and feeling guilty about it. I also love that train, the heist scene. Hold on, her name is Alaqua Cox.
Yeah.
Oh, she actually is
Yeah, she
born with hearing impairment.
And she's actually amputee.
Oh.
No, but I wish it was a little bit more violent, to be honest. Like
and she also is an actual amputee.
Yeah. No, like some of the violent scenes were not violent enough for me. Like I felt like that's why like the whole Marvel universe was holding them back thing is because like I wish it was more violent. I honestly just like straight up like when you bring Kingpin into something, I just.
Oh, and Scott Walker's asking us, it's like, have we seen the similarities between Avatar and Pocahontas? Yes. I always said that Avatar is like a Pocahontas in 3D. It's basically exactly the same plot line.
Yeah, I mean, the train scene was good. Like, there's nothing lacking in the show except I just always wish like there could have been more.
And I was also wondering, is there any similarities between like Maya and her ancestors' superpowers and what we saw from Kaori from What If season 2?
No, but see, like now that you bring that up, I want to talk about that. Like, I hope nobody gets offended by this, but how many Native American heroes can we get? You know, because I feel like Kaori, and there was another show with a Native American superhero, right? I just felt like there's this like jumping in on this thing too much. And I also have a problem with kind of like Maya's life and healing power. Like I guess I felt like the superhero was a slave to the theme of forgiveness and healing. That's how I really felt when her power happens to be healing, and she has her assassin power by herself, and I don't mind that at all. And I just wish. The reason why I mentioned John Wick and Last Mohican was as much as I enjoyed the show, I felt like I didn't get the fullest of the both worlds. Like, and honestly, I would have felt happier if like Maya killed Kingpin at the end, almost.
I don't think they already did that with Hawkeye. I don't think they're gonna do it again. And basically. Because as an audience, we're gonna know that Kingpin is not gonna die that easily.
No, but like,
he
like,
will come back.
I know what you mean, but like, I'm just saying, like, how you're immortal or something? Just fucking kill him already, you know? Like,
it's basically like an episode of Transformers. Optimus Prime and Megatron. They always fight. Neither of them ever die. They'll all be like, well, you'll pay for this next time. Blah blah blah. we all know that they're not gonna die.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it lowers the stake. You know, I just felt like, and I see this is why. Looking back, as much as I loved Kingpin, watching Kingpin acting, I wish it was a different villain now. Like, I felt like Kingpin should have his own show. Like,
maybe they're setting him up for that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that, but his getting blind was not even blind. Like, he's super, he's like Hulk, like already now, and but I love, like, as an individual, like a work of a series. This was good. I enjoyed it,
and I like the fact that it was just 5 episodes, so that we don't get too invested in the show. I mean, we're already talking about disappointments and everything, but everything's forgivable because it was just 5 episodes.
Yeah, and I mean, like, who knows if Maya will return or not, right?
I don't know where she's gonna fit in if there's any storyline continuing from this
rest of the universe.
Yeah, but anyways, it was a surprise. It was a pretty good show. I would recommend it if you enjoy Marvel series. It was a fresh take. I also like the Native American touch, and I like the fact that someone with hearing impairment and an amputated leg can play such action figure in a series.
Yeah, what was your most favorite and your least favorite scene from Echo? Oh, I love the brawl in the bowling alley. That's my favorite scene, and I wish it was more violent. Even I wish Echo would just kill more of them. And my least favorite scene was like the ending, the near the end, the ancestor moment where, like, my Native American ancestors gather around like Power Rangers.
Dragon Ball moment, yeah.
Like Power Rangers. I was just like, yeah, all right.
But I mean, I see what they did there. It was like, again, that moment in The Boys.
No, but
when all the girls gang up on the Nazi chick. That was like a feminist vibe right there.
No, but like I disagree with that. Like, that had a whole different vibe. We already got this vibe from Avengers when the woman superheroes from like Wasp and everybody stand up, Gamora, and they stand and fight Thanos army. Like, we don't need a repeat. You know, I just felt like it was kind of redundant. I wish it was more.
Oh, and we also saw that in the moment when Rey fights Emperor Palpatine. Your ancestor, I mean, all the Jedis live within you.
No, I just wish it was more visceral. You know, I think ZZ mentions about Native American myths, but Native American history is also about violence. A lot of people forget that. And then I'm not defending colonialism or anything like that, but Native American history has a very violent flavor to it as well. And I just wish, like, there was more, like, since this is a very mature content show, maybe touch on more of those about her
like
ancestors.
A bone tomahawk moment.
Now you put it like that, motherfucker, I can't say
bone tomahawk, baby.
No, but like defending your tribe means committing violence against other tribes.
Chop their legs off.
Oh shit. No, I just like,
or, you know, Maya putting on one of those like knife legs, like Robert Rodriguez films. Like, instead of that prosthetic leg, you have this like big ass sword.
I honestly wouldn't have mind that, because when up to episode 3, I thought this season was like, this series is gonna be more violent.
Man, that would have been awesome. You know how her grandfather made her like repaired her amputated leg with that symbol of the Native American thing. Instead, he made her like an like the prosthetic leg with a tomahawk.
Yeah. No, not just that, but like, why is that symbol even there? I thought she was gonna beat somebody with her leg with like death with it too. I mean, like, listen, like, when you got that, like, that Irish goon, right? I didn't like him dying so easy. I thought he was a piece of shit that deserved to get ripped apart.
He just gets shot from on top of that RV, and that's it.
See, that's what I'm saying. Up to episode 3, they give this John Wick like grimy vibe, and suddenly, like, 2 episodes later, it's like Disney happy ending. I did not enjoy that at all. Like I enjoyed it overall, but I'm just saying it could have been better.
My favorite scene would have been, let's see, it would be that train scene where because I wasn't exactly sure what she was doing on that train. And it turns out that she wanted to plant a bomb in there. So I like how they shot the scene where she got under the train and she was not to be detected. I thought she was going to fight them on the train, but that didn't happen. So I like that scene.
Yeah.
It kind of gave me this like Fast and Furious vibe.
Anyway, let's give this a number grade, Wonjin.
I would give the show like... I would give it 6.5.
6.5?
6.5?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What would you give?
You were praising it, and then like give it
yeah, but I'm not saying that it's like super excellent show. I mean, it was better than I had expected, but it had its shortcomings. Okay, maybe I'll give it a 7.
I give it a 7 too. Actually, like, who was your most favorite and least favorite character?
My favorite character would be. I really like the grandmother character. Yeah, I like the grandmother character.
What about your least favorite character?
My least favorite would be the guy who gets killed cleaning roller skates in the skating rink. The guy who gets shot by the Irish guy. Yeah, that guy was a douchebag.
My favorite character was Kingpin, and I want to watch a series about him, not Maya. Okay, I'm so sorry. My least favorite character was who's that guy Maya went to the train with? Benjamin, was it? Like the chubby Native American dude.
Her cousin?
Yeah.
Oh, the guy who drives the truck?
Yeah. Like maybe I don't know. I give this a 7 because as a series I enjoyed it, but I'm more interested about Kingpin, man. Like, cause we spent so many time with Kingpin for 3 seasons in Daredevil. He's such a complex character.
Yeah,
fascinating character to watch, and I did like. I don't want to talk no more, but anyway, I give it a 7.
Yeah,
I give it a 7.
Oh, I love the pawn shop guy, the old guy so flirty with the grandma. I think he's the guy from Dances with Wolves.
Yeah, he is.
And he was also in Die Hard.
Yeah.
Die Hard with a Vengeance, the third one.
Yeah.
He was one of the cops.
Yeah. And I really enjoyed them as a couple. But you asked me favorite and least favorite, so they're kind of in between. But them getting the power moment was also funny though. Like I love it when any kind of grandma like commits violence against younger men. Like,
because I mean we saw her from Killers of the Flower Moon. She barely even talked, but in here she's basically kicking goons' asses.
Yeah, and her wearing this dress and beating up guys. That was fucking funny. Ages ago, me and my dog Red went for a night walk. I was following home, and he got very protective of me. That was the guy following me when I got to my thing. The guy kept on walking past my street. Man, fuck that guy, Walker. Don't worry about nothing.
Yeah,
fuck that guy. But anyway, that's our take on Echo, guys. Like, as you can tell from our tone, this was kind of a mixed bag for us, I guess. We liked it, but it's not the most best thing we ever saw.
It's not like magnum opus or anything, but it's a great show from Marvel.
Yeah. Hey, we'll be back in 3 minutes to talk about the brother's son.
Joe finally finished watching the whole thing, so we're going to talk about the entire review. All
8 episodes, full spoilers ahead. Thank you, guys. This is JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I was Joe.
I was Wonjin.
Shout out to Scott Walker. Shout out to ZZ. We'll see you in 5 minutes.
We'll be right back.
Bye.
Do you guys think the Disney film Pocahontas is very racially offensive towards the name of the Native Americans or not? You know, I don't really know too much about the native tribes of Pocahontas to be offended about it. So I'm not really sure. But I never got the feeling that they were being racist towards Pocahontas, because they even have a song called Colors of the Wind. You call us savages? No, actually, you guys are the savages.
What the fuck are you talking about, Wonjin? Of course they're racist. Of course it's fucking racist. If I call Lion King and say, you're Lion King.
Have you ever heard the
and your name is Mufasa.
Blue Core Moon.
Lion King is going crazy. What did you call me? Mufasa?
Or ask the grinning bobcat why